asked Lovable and GoHighLevel to update this website, which I cannot pronounce the company's name. But in this video, I just want to go through the process that I went through, and I want you to tell me which one is better at the end. I have my own conclusion. I could be biased here, but I just wanted to hear if you think the same with these tools. As you know, there's so many tools now that can build websites in 5 minutes, but not all of them are easy to use, and not all of them can create beautiful websites. So I'm just gonna start at the beginning. By the way, I used the same prompt on both tools, and it wasn't even that deep. Like, it was just a basic ask, and I'm gonna show you what they gave me. And I'm gonna start with Lovable. Okay, before I start with Lovable, before I show you the websites, this is the current website that we updated. So basically, I just asked them to update this website. I don't know this company. I found them on Google My Business. I just googled HVAC companies in Cape Town, and I found this guys, went to their website. It wasn't that great, and I started playing around GoHighLevel and Lovable. Okay, now let's go inside our prompt. As you can see, this is the Lovable website here, and the first prompt that I gave Lovable was, please update this site to a modern, high converting site. And this is what I got. I'm just gonna show you the hero section for now, and then we will go back and forth between the two. So now this was Lovable. Okay, now let's go into GHL, and you should be able to see what GHL gave me. Okay, now this is GHL. Again, same prompt, please update the site to a modern, high converting site, and I posted the link, and this is what GHL gave me from a hero section perspective. Now obviously I did go, like I went back and forth to ask them to clean up some section. In this case, it was this button here. I'm going to show you the first version that I got. This button was like white, so it was just a white button, and they didn't have this view or project section here, which is cool. I'll show you how I prompted that, and I ended up having this thing. But overall, this came like this. I didn't ask it anything else. This was the results that I got from GoHighLevel. Same with Lovable. I didn't ask anything else. This was the first results that I got from them. Now, moving on to the second prompt that we used, I asked them to add some logos. So I took a screenshot. There were some logos on their website. I took a screenshot of those logos, and I pasted them in here, and I was just like, please add these logos and animate them to flow. So I was as basic as I could, and I want to show you what I got at first on the Lovable site. So at first, this is what I got. I took a screenshot of this. If we go up here, okay, this is what I got after asking them to add those logos. So they just took that screenshot and created this section without even separating the logos. Then I did the same thing with GoHighLevel. I was like, please add these logos and animate them to flow. And now let's go to that version. I prompted that. This is what I got, similar to what I got from Lovable, but in this case, the logos were hidden, so I had to hover over them so that I could see what exactly is happening here. So the results were pretty much the same, and I wasn't happy with that. Obviously, if we go down here, as you can see, I said please separate them into an infinite scroll seamless looping animation with all 6 images separate. Okay, and then what I got from Lovable is this. Lovable was able to separate the logos, but I still didn't like the style. And then in GHL, I did go back and forth with them, but they came back with this, which is something that I also didn't like. So I was like, okay, cool. I think I just asked them to remove them completely, because I kept refreshing the page and I couldn't see the images, but I could see that they have separated the logos. Okay, cool. Moving on to the next prompt. So the next thing that I asked them was to add the reviews. So I went to the Google business profile, and I just copied their business profile, reviews and everything that's on there, and I asked them please add a reviews section. I didn't even tell them where to add the reviews. I just pasted the review that I got from their business profile, and note here the date for Lovable has changed, because with Lovable I ran out of credits. With GoHighLevel, because I am already using GoHighLevel, I get that feature for free. So AI Studios, which is what that feature is called on GoHighLevel, comes with the plan that you're already paying. You don't have to pay extra. For now, I don't know if they will add an extra for using their credits to build this website, but I still gave them the same prompt, which was to add a review section. And note that I didn't tell them where to add this section. Okay, cool. And this is what we got after we asked them to add the review section. As you can see, they got all the information that we have from their Google Business profile, which the review rating is the same. So they just took that and they added it on this website, which is pretty cool. I think this looks good. Like, if I was to create this from scratch, it was going to be a headache, because it is going to be like a copy and paste thing. But I love that they just, put it all together and gave it to me like this. And also the cool part about it is I can also click on this button and it will take me straight to their Google Business profile, which is right here. Now in GoHighLevel, on the same day, I asked them the same question. Something to note here with GoHighLevel, they give you some notes on what they've done. For example, after telling them to add the logos, they told me what they did. They also gave me like a little code here, which is something that I don't really understand. I'm sure if you're a developer, you understand this, but I have no idea. So I just appreciated that they did whatever that I asked them to do, even though they didn't really do it that great. Okay, now this was the last prompt that I had with GoHighLevel, and because Lovable was down, because I ran out of credits, I decided to fix this button here. Like I said, that first prompt, when it came back, this button was just white like this. When I was hovering over it, I could see the text, but then it was like this. So I went back and tried to fix that by telling them, hey, I can't see the text on view or projects button. Please change the text to orange and keep it in the same when you hover over it. Okay, and then this is what happened. They changed that button for me. And then after that, I asked them to remove the logo section. Like I said, GHL didn't really get it about the logo section situation, so I wanted to keep the website clean. So I asked them to remove the logo section, which they did. Yeah, they removed it completely. And then the next prompt was to add the reviews. Remember, with Lovable, I had to wait a day, but this one I did the same day. So same prompt, please add the reviews. I pasted the whole review section from Google Business Profile, and this is what we got from GoHighLevel. So they added this review section. It also had a button that went straight into their Google My Business profile. As you can see here, this is so good because this opened their Google My Business profile straight. With Lovable, yes, they did add that section, but it didn't open their profile. It just opened like a Google with all this HVAC business results. But yeah, this is what I got from GoHighLevel, and I'm just gonna scroll through both websites slowly so that you can compare them side by side and see which one gave the best response. I didn't even give them any copy. I didn't give them any structure at all. You saw my prompts. I was pretty much as basic as I could be. They both came out so good, and they both had a legit copy on them. So as you can see, this is the end of my prompt, and I'm gonna go to Lovable. This was also the end of my prompt. So this is where I ended with both of them. So now I'm gonna take you through each website, and I will slowly scroll through them. So as you can see, we have a hero section. We have a few call to actions, which are good, and then we have this section. I should have removed this as well to make it fair, but with Lovable, it was a bit hectic because I was working on credits, and I tried to save my credits to make sure that I got that review section. As you can see here, they had a what we do section, and then after that they had the stats here, and then they had a why us section, and then they took one of their testimonials and put it here. I think we had a similar section on GoHighLevel, and then we had the reviews here, and then another call to action, and then down here it was our footer, which just had the menu as well, and then some of their services. And then if we go to the GoHighLevel one, as you can see, they also had an amazing hero section here. They put all their stats up here, which is kind of amazing because then you get to see how credible they are in the industry. And then we also had their experience section here. We have a testimonial as well at the very top, and they have the portfolio section. And I kind of love this animation thingies that appear when you hover over all these pictures. And then we have the review section that we added at the end, which is also nice. And then we have the last call to action, and they have their form down here. And then in their footer, this is pretty cool. As you can see here, they added their certification. In Lovable, I don't think they did this, but yeah, this is amazing. And one thing to note as well, like I didn't give them their logos or anything, I just gave them the link. But with GoHighLevel, you can see they also went ahead and upgraded their logo, which is kind of nice. In GoHighLevel, they also did the same thing, but their logo is not really that cool like GoHighLevel. It's still good, but compared to GoHighLevel, like they did a lot. So I don't know what your opinion is. Let me know in the comments. I will be building so many websites in GoHighLevel, especially now that we can build as many websites as we can. I'll be taking advantage of that feature. Okay, see you in the next video.